you very much for this opportunity. I hope you can see me and hear me as well.
Everything works perfectly, so you're welcome to share your screen.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So let me start sharing my screen. Okay, I hope you can see it. I will now start the screen slideshow. Okay, maybe
Yeah.
start now.
It's great.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. Well, thank you all for joining us today for this session. We would like to first thank the Begin Group for giving us this opportunity to share the information about our university. We are Tokyo University of Foreign Studies, a university located in the capital of Japan, which is Tokyo. Let me briefly go over why you should study in Japan and why at this university. As you can see here, we are located in the suburb of Tokyo, about 30 minutes of a train ride from downtown Tokyo, in a very quiet residential area. So, as I mentioned before, we are located in the suburb of Tokyo, meaning you can concentrate on your studies in a very quiet and safe environment. We are relatively small in size, specializes in humanities. Unfortunately, we do not have any science-related fields. However, we have a very intimate studentship that you can study with the Japanese student. And one of the programs that we will talk about today comes with the scholarship opportunity. So let me go into some of the details of this. We are relatively long history. We have just celebrated our 150th anniversary last year. As a university specializes in humanities such as language studies and international studies, the number of languages taught at this university reaches 81. Among the 81 languages are the so-called 28 major languages, which the Japanese students of this university study as their major. As you can see here, Arabic, Persian, and Turkish are one of those major languages which the students study here, which means that once you come to this university, you will be able to meet with Japanese students who are studying your language, your culture, and your history. As for the academic fees, we are national university, meaning that the academic fees are relatively low compared with the private universities in Japan. As for the expenses, here are one of the example of the student living in a private apartment near the campus. We are explaining to our students that to expect to use somewhere around 100,000 and 120,000 yen per month. Many people ask about working part-time. Those who come to Japan on a student visa may work part-time with the so-called working permission. With this permission, student may work up to 28 hours a week during the school terms. But at the same time, once you come to Japan to study, I have to say that your first year and the second year will be rather very demanding to cope with the Japanese language and all the new studies that you are studying. So we highly recommend you to prepare some funding before coming to Japan. Today, let me briefly go over the 3 programs that are offered in English or English and Japanese. For the undergraduate, we have the so-called School of Japan Studies. This is a 4 years undergraduate program, which the language of instruction is both English and Japanese. For this program, you do not need to have any Japanese proficiency when you apply. But once you enter, you will be studying Japanese language very intensively, along with the other fields of Japan-related fields, such as Japanese history, Japanese politics, Japanese literature, Japanese cultures, to name a few. As for the master's program, we have the program called Peace and Conflict Studies course. This is an English track program. Everything is held in English. there is no Japanese required during your 2 years study. And this Peace and Conflict Studies course comes with the Japanese Government Scholarship Opportunity, which you can apply for the program and apply for the scholarship at the same time. For the doctoral program, we have the Joint Doctoral Program for Sustainability Research. This again is a English track program. As the title shows, it is jointly offered by 3 universities. We are Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. The other two are Tokyo University of Agriculture and Technology and also Tokyo University of Communication. As for how to apply for these programs, as for the School of Japan Studies, I have to say that the next intake will be for April 2025. For this year, it is already closed. So if you're interested in applying for the School of Japan Studies from the first year, please wait until the admission information is out for the 2025 program. However, we are currently accepting applications for the third year transfer, which the intake is October 2024. For the Peace and Conflict Studies course, we are currently accepting applications for those who will be studying as a privately funded student. The application for the Japanese Government Scholarship Opportunity is already closed for 2024. But if you're willing to study as a privately funded student, we are accepting applications up until May 2nd. For the Joint Doctoral Program for Sustainability Research, again, we will be accepting applications very soon, and the deadline is early May. If you have any questions regarding how to apply, please contact us at the Global Admissions Office, or all the relative links has been in the box. So please visit our website for more information about these application procedures. Let me briefly go over each of these programs. Let me start out with the Master's Program of Peace and Conflict Studies course. As I mentioned before, this is an all-English program, and we are relatively small in size, accepting only between 10 to 12 students per year. But the students come from diverse backgrounds, as you can see from the photo stated here. So the cross-cultural understanding and collaboration is one of the features of this program, and we do cover variety of issues and approaches in related to peace and conflict studies course, peace and conflict study. So these are some of the titles of the classes that we offer as elective courses, which includes gender and peace, peace building and psychosocial work in post-conflict situations, conflict and social change, Indo-Pacific security and global south, to name a few. As I mentioned before, we are currently accepting applications for the privately funded students. For those who wish to have a Japanese government scholarship opportunity, unfortunately, the application is already closed. Let me now go into some of the details of the School of Japan Studies, which is the undergraduate program. This, as I mentioned before, it is held in English and Japanese. As those who come with no Japanese proficiency, you will be receiving the intensive Japanese language lessons, especially during the first year. All the morning hours will be devoted to Japanese language. And in the afternoon, you will be taking some of the introductory courses on Japan issues, such as Japanese history, Japanese politics, to name a few. As for the application, as I mentioned before, the next intake will be for the April 2025. However, we are currently accepting applications for the third year transfer. However, for this third year transfer, you need to have the Japanese proficiency of JLPT N2 level. We also require English proficiency of SIFAR B2 level or above. So if you have already studied Japanese language at a certain level, you may consider applying for this third year transfer. For more information, please contact us at the Global Admissions Office or refer to the links that has been typed into the chat box. Lastly, let me go over briefly about the doctoral program for Joint Doctoral Program for Sustainability Research. For this, as I mentioned before, it is jointly offered by 3 universities. So this is the combination of humanities and sciences. The number of students the number of international students and the Japanese students are almost the same at the moment. 19 international students and 17 Japanese students are studying together. As for the admission for this joint doctoral program, we accept new students twice a year, in October and also in April. For the October admission, which we will start accepting applications soon, will be start accepting application from April until May 2nd. So if you're interested in studying at the PhD level in English in either humanities or science-related fields, you may consider applying for this joint doctoral program for sustainability research. Let me go over some other programs that we offer. As a non-degree program, we have the International Student Exchange Program. For this exchange program, it is eligible for the students of our partner institutions. So if you're interested in coming to this university as an exchange student, please check whether your university has a partnership with Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. Other than that, as a non-degree program, we have the research students. This is for no credits and no degree, but we accept new students in April only. So if you're interested in coming to this university for no credits and no degree, but have a certain topic that you would like to conduct your research on, you may consider coming as a research student. Lastly, as I understand, many of you are interested in studying in Japan. So whether the program will be held in Japanese or in English, having some Japanese language proficiency will help you very, very much once you arrive in Japan. At this university, we have launched a website called Nijiiro, where you can find many Japanese language programs that are offered by several universities in Japan. So I recommend you to check this website out for more information about how to study Japanese online. Talking about online, we also offer what we call the Open Academy. Within the Open Academy, we offer online Japanese language courses where you can take these online courses from wherever you are, as long as you have a stable internet connection. It's not only online it's not only studying by looking at the screen. There is also an actual schooling that you can attend online, actually talk with the teachers on a real-time basis. So please check it out if you're interested in improving your Japanese language proficiency before coming to Japan. So this is the brief introduction about the Tokyo University of Foreign Studies. So I understand it was very short and it was very quick, but if you have more information, have more questions, please contact us at the Global Admissions Office or visit our platform for the remaining time of today's session. Thank you very much for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Yoshida-san, for your presentation and for being here today with us.